Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. Here are today headlines. Inspecting the state management of the traffic system and regulations to ensure urban traffic in the city. Seminar on solutions to preserve and promote cultural values, creating sustainable livelihoods for Khmer ethnic group in the Mekong Delta. Hạ Long Bay, Cát Bà Archipelago has officially been recognized as Natural World Heritage. Top news today. On the morning of September 19, the Urban Committee of Cần Thơ City People Council organized an inspection of state management of the traffic system and regulations to ensure urban traffic in the city. The delegation inspected the Tây Đô Bridge project and the city's Western Ring Road project. The two projects are still having trouble with site clearing work due to the need to alter the project total cost. The delegation also requested that the investor prioritize the early completion of the Nguyễn Văn Cử National Highway 61C and Ba Lang Bridge portion since this route has a significant volume of traffic. Mr. Nguyễn Văn Dũng, head of the Urban Committee of the City People Council, highly appreciated the results of the project investors in state management of the traffic system and regulations, and also recorded the recommendations of investors as a basis for conducting supervision in the future. Also on September 19, the Center for Disease Control and Science Technology Association of Cần Thơ City organized a workshop to update knowledge on HIV/AIDS prevention and treatment and post-COVID-19 issues.
Presentations on the MSM community from association members' perspectives and the association's involvement in HIV prevention and treatment intervention programs were presented at a conference. Other topics covered were the role of HIV testing in the digital age, the promotion of PrEP prevention, early HIV treatment, and the community initiatives supporting the fight against HIV/AIDS, particularly COVID prevention and post-COVID health. The experts and scientists have increased understanding through the presentations, promoting HIV/AIDS prevention and treatment compliance.
On the morning of September 19, the Standing Committee of the Vietnam Violent Front Committee of Cần Thơ City organized a seminar on solutions to preserve and promote cultural values, creating sustainable livelihoods for Khmer ethnic group in the Mekong Delta. Party committees, authorities, and members of the Khmer ethnic community have consistently made every effort to preserve and advance traditional Khmer ethnic values, creating livelihoods, improve people's lives, and preserve and advance both the tangible and intangible cultural values of ethnic minorities. There are still some restrictions that were acknowledged and highlighted. When it comes to teaching Khmer literacy, for instance, there aren't enough facilities or teachers to support the effort. Propaganda and advocacy efforts to raise awareness of self-reliance, thrifty practices, and the promotion of production among the Khmer ethnic group have changed, but they haven't kept up with the demands of the brand new situation. After two decreases and one minor increase in the previous week, the price of rice for export from Vietnam fell by $15 a ton for both 5% and 25% broken rice. The world's rice supply is considered to have been steady, which is why rice prices have dropped.
In comparison to the yearly average, the demand for Vietnamese rice on the global market should rise by at least 1 million tons in 2023, according to the Vietnam Food Association. As a result, the market is still highly favorable from now until the end of the year. Regarding domestic supplies, the fall-winter crop still has 400,000 hectares unharvested, and the upcoming winter-spring crop will continue to concentrate on extents in the production of fragrant rice types, according to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development's plan. Because fragrant rice varieties continue to sell for higher prices than conventional rice, this is a good condition for rice exports and a requirement to keep rice prices high.
The Ministry of Education and Training has just submitted a report to the government requesting the delay of the roadmap for increasing tuition fees at all educational levels by 1 year compared to the roadmap prescribed in Decree 81/2021. Specifically, preschool students and elementary school students in urban area range from 100,000 to 540,000 Vietnamese dong per month for students. In rural areas, from 50,000 to 220,000 Vietnamese dong. In ethnic minorities and mountainous areas, ranging from 30,000 to 110,000 Vietnamese dong. Tuition for high school students in urban areas ranges from 110,000 to 650,000 Vietnamese dong. In rural areas ranges from 70,000 to 330,000 Vietnamese dong, and in ethnic minority and mountainous areas range from 30,000 to 220,000 Vietnamese dong. The Ministry of Industry and Trade is seeking comments on a draft circular stipulating the method for determining the price for wind and solar power plants. The electricity generation price frame is calculated based on the same calculation methods as other types of power plants today, such as thermal power and hydropower.
Input parameters are computed using a 20-year economic life assumption for power, wind, and solar plants. To ensure universality and up-to-dateness, criteria linked to investment rates, financial parameters, technical parameters, and operation and maintenance costs are chosen based on consultation data from consulting firms with updated data from all across the world instead of relying on outdated data from power plants. This draft specifies that the power generating price frame will be established for each region in contrast to the current pricing frame laws in accordance with Power Plan number 8 on stimulating and prioritizing the growth of solar energy in the north.
On the afternoon of September 18, the Australian Government Trade and Investment Agency, the Australian Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City, organized the Australian Cuisine and Education Promotion Program in Cần Thơ City. The program intends to introduce Australia's strengths in training, education, and cuisine to Vietnam's largest economic regions. About 100 representatives from training organizations, food and beverage companies, and seafood packaged products, vegetables, meat, and wine enterprises showcased and promoted high-end Australian product here. Introduced to Vietnamese enterprises, organizations, groups, and training institutions, Australia's professional capabilities in education and training, as well as its student assistance programs. The program continues the first round of promotional events held in Hanoi, Huế, and Da Nang in March of this year, and is part of the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Vietnam and Australia. The UNESCO World Heritage Committee has just officially recognized the Hạ Long Bay, Cát Bà Archipelago, located in Quảng Ninh Province and Hải Phòng City, as Natural World Heritage. This is the first interprovincial World Heritage Site in Vietnam.
The Hạ Long Bay Cát Bà Archipelago is regarded by UNESCO as a geological museum housing artifacts of exceptional importance on a global scale and bearing testimony to changes in the Earth's historical history. With 7 contiguous tropical and subtropical marine island ecosystems that grow one after another, this area of Asia is extremely diversified. This is also the habitat of numerous endangered species of animals and plants, housing 4,910 species of flora and wildlife, including the largest marine forest in Vietnam with an area of more than 17,000 hectares.
Coming up next is the weather forecast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.